Okay, so here we are again today, and some of you may recognize this bike from some other, pretty common YouTube videos. I have the 500-mile motorized bike review up there. I got over 2,000 miles on this bike now. And some other reviews like kind of how a boost bottle works and some other stuff, and then my motorized bike flamethrower attempt, which I still plan to finish, but I really haven't had much time to work on. But anyway, today what we're going to try and do is, I guess I bought one of those $40 high compression heads that are, if anyone knows what a Fred head is, it's a knockoff of those, because I guess he never patented his stuff, so it's an exact copy of one. So I just went to the hardware store and got a plug that doesn't protrude. And I'd recommend, getting a plug with a much colder heat range than the plug that I got. I didn't really have a choice. I didn't want to order a plug. I have one ordered, I guess, but I want to try it out now. I'm just going to jet my carb fairly rich and mix my oil ratio a little bit richer so I can make sure that I don't grenade my engine with the compression. But anyway, supposedly it's supposed to bump it up from 6 to 1 to like 8.5 or 9 to 1. Should be interesting to see. I don't remember what they are, 9cc. But anyway, we're going to get this head popped off and this one put on. We're going to try her out. So here we go. Okay, so as you can see, we got the old head off and the new engine head on, the high compression head. I used the washers from this head when I put the high compression head on so I wouldn't gall up the machine work. It doesn't really matter, but anyway, 14mm wrench, it sinks in there pretty nice. Now, if you didn't notice here, my boost bottle line was actually too short, so I went ahead and I got that plugged with some silicone sealer there. It's kind of sitting on the head, which I don't like, so I'm going to have to rework this for the boost bottle, but we'll get a good test run actually without the boost bottle with this setup. And then I might even do a comparison video of, without the boost bottle with the high compression header, just with the boost bottle. So anyway, we're going to go out for a ride and we'll kind of, you get a little clip of it running. It's dark outside, so I'll bring it in here and give it a few revs so you can hear it. I anticipate it'll rev, at a more rapid rate with the higher compression, but anyway, should be all around better. We'll find out soon. Here we go. Okay, so there's the high compression head. I went for about a 30-minute ride, dialing in the carburetor and getting it set up for best throttle response. I did notice a difference in, kind of low-end torque, where from about, 10 to 25 miles an hour, it'd really move out with this head, but it's still, like all motorized bikes, really lacked in the lower RPM, and I believe that was my lack of a boost bottle. Another thing I did not like about this engine head versus running the boost bottle with the original head is that if you see here, if you've ever watched one of my other videos, I have a lot more initial throttle setting than I usually ever do, and you can hear that it idled pretty low anyway, so it could even have handled even more. So anyway, I guess what I'm getting at is I don't like how the throttle would match up. I don't have as much throttle throw with this setup, but overall, against the stock head, I'd say it runs way better. Tomorrow I'll make another video here when I get some more fuel line and kind of rework that intake there so that we can have our boost bottle and our high compression head. We'll see how we do. I imagine it'll run really well, because the spots that it was lacking is where the boost bottle usually helps out. And again, you know, I made that real popular boost bottle video where if you just type in boost bottle, you'll find it on Google. But you know, they work pretty good, but a set of reed valves is you know, obviously way better. This is kind of like a backyard version of reed valves. But anyway, overall, high compression head runs pretty good. Got it dialed in. Had to jet the carburetor a little richer, you know, for power with the high compression. I ran it a little richer overall, just keep the engine more cool. I got some pretty high back pressure in this exhaust. You wouldn't want to run straight piped. You'd melt your engine down pretty quick. But anyway, there's a quick look at the installing the high compression head and kind of how it does. Worked out pretty good on this bike, so I'm excited to see how it does with the boost bottle.